Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. And I apologize for the way I look, but I have spent my entire day preparing this video for you. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am always grateful to have new viewers. If this resonates with you, please hit the subscribe button. I would like you all to take a moment to ground and center yourself, to take a couple of deep breaths, because what we're going to talk about needs your focus, okay? That's why it took me all day to prepare this. So the way I am going to do this is, first of all, I'm going to read to you what I channeled from Spirit on the 1212 gateway, okay? Now, this is pretty profound stuff, guys, because this is December 12th, 2019. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12. So there's 12, 12, 12, 3 times. And it happens at 12:12 a.m. tonight. That's right, tonight. So buckle up, Buttercup, especially if you are energy healers or workers, or if you're extra sensitive to the moon cycles. Tonight is going to be a huge shift in your reality. So in order to get you prepared for this, I spent the entire day channeling, and I set up a reading at the end here. And in the reading, we're going to be looking at where are you on your journey, what still needs to be healed, what triggers are still hot buttons, okay? What is your mission here on earth? Why did you come here? Why did you pick this pivotal moment in time when the energies are shifting and consciousness is raising? Why did you pick this time? So what is your mission? Advice from Spirit on how to get in alignment with why you're here in your mission. And finally, we're going to channel some messages from Spirit and your spirit guides. Okay, so if you would like to pause the video, ground and center, shut all, TVs and radios and phones off. Maybe get yourself a cup of hot tea, hot chocolate, hot coffee, whatever makes you feel relaxed, and light a candle, set your intentions, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then have a seat, push play, and we're going to get through this video. Okay, so we're going to just start with the channeled message. So this 12-12-12 at 12-12 gateway is a huge shift in consciousness. This is the last full moon of 2019, and it's the last full moon before eclipse season. So if there's anything that you have been getting the niggle, that intuitive niggle that needs to change in your life, I know what mine are. There are 2 that Spirit has shown me repetitively that I need to change in my life. There are more than 2, but 2 biggies, okay? This is the time for you to realign, readjust where you are on this ascension journey. Okay, so let's take a look at what Spirit channeled to me today. Okay, so this is the last full moon of 2019 before eclipse season. Eclipse happens on December 26th. Not sure at what time, but it is in the sign of Cancer. And this full moon is in the sign of Gemini. So you might want to look at your charts. You can go to astrocafe.com and do your natal chart. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And it might show you if you have Cancer or Gemini in your chart and what house is it in. Okay. So I'm not an astrologer. Occasionally I research stuff from my own knowledge, but I completely am not an astrologer. So if you want more on the astrology, I'm going to link K Moon in the bottom description box. I will be linking the twin flame video that she put out for this time. However, if you are not resonating with the twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine energies, then you can go to her playlist and get the video that she made for the general viewing audience. Okay. So this is an opportunity for us who are on the ascension journey to do a final check-in on our opportunity to take note of our newfound abilities. I don't know about you guys, but if you resonate with being a light worker or a star seed or just a humanitarian, or if you feel this deep drive to be of service, to be in service to the collective, then you're probably an old soul that came here to help the ascended masters to put together these portals that we need. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to put my phone on do not disturb. I should have done that before we came. It's going to fight me. There we go. It's going to say, just because I'm on camera, it's going to give me a hard time. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yeah, it's your final check-in. And I was talking about abilities and your newfound awareness. Now, everybody is on this journey at different increments, okay? We've all been awakened at different timelines, different vibrations. Remember, time is not linear, it is secular. Everything is happening all at once. The timeline that you will experience is the one that you vibrate most closely with, which is lower or higher, depending on the circumstances and your ability to, and awareness of how to react to those circumstances. Okay, so for me, some of my newfound gifts is I'm now able to perceive, not see it with my mind, with my eye, but with my mind's eye, my third eye. I can now see the colors around people, their energetic aura, where I couldn't see that before. And like I said, it's not with my eyes, it's like a perception. Another thing that is new for me since the beginning of last year when we had that blue moon. It had a lot of titles. It was a big major shift in consciousness. So back then is when I started on this ascension journey hardcore. I think I've been on it, for several years, but this was like the hardcore. This was like spirit saying, time to fall apart so that you can come back together again in the perfect way for the perfect vibration to put you on the timeline where you want to be, need to be, and have signed up in contract to be. Okay, so take a look at what abilities do you feel that you have gotten. I was going to tell you my second one was, and I don't see this, but people have told me that now when I hug them or hold their hand or talk to them, or, it's like somehow, some way they feel like darkness is being moved away from them. I don't really fully understand that, but I have had people that I've given readings and healings to tell me that when they were done, they felt like dark energy or dark entities, dark thought forms were chased away. So like I said, that's a gift that I've been told I've received, but it's not one that I perceive. Okay. I guess it's in the eye of the healing, I guess you want to say. So this is a time, just like Santa, for you to make a list and check it twice. Where do you need to adjust or refine your manifestations? And make sure to get really clear, okay? Make a list, make a plan, check it twice, whatever you got to do. What do you want? What are you trying to achieve? What do you want to create for yourself in 2020? This is like your last roundup. All of us that are on the ascension journey, whether we started years ago or if we just got hit really hard, in the last couple months, everybody's on different timelines. Remember, it depends on where you vibrate. So you need to get really clear with yourself. Does this align with what I'm trying to create for myself? What is my highest and best life? And what is deep inside of you that is dying to be released and expressed? Okay. So make sure to get really clear when you're trying to do your manifestations, because it might be the reason why they haven't manifested in the 3D for you yet is because you're still unclear and you're not communicating clearly with the universe, which is the law of attraction, on how you envision that change in your life. Okay. So get really clear on what it is you're wanting to accomplish, receive, learn, or most importantly, release or sacrifice in order to make room for the changes you're asking the universe to provide. Okay. That Wheel of Fortune is all about release and receive, release and receive, release and receive, right? So when the wheel is in the upright, you are in receiving mode. When it is in the reverse, it is release mode. What is not serving you? What is challenging you? What is not yours? Okay, it's time to really think about what is not yours and let it go. Because by doing so, you automatically provide a space, an empty space for spirit to come and fill with what it is you're requesting. That's how you get in alignment with it, okay? So this 1212, 12, 12, 12 moon is a portal carrying the 1212 awakening codes. It's in essence a calling card of spiritual alignment that brings you more clarity of your true essence, the true essence of you and your potential, standing on the edge of a great change and transformation or rapid spiritual growth and development. Remember, you are a soul that chose to incarnate here on the planet during this exact time, during the Great Awakening, or as some call it, during the shift, okay, shift of consciousness. You chose this exact moment in time to incarnate and spiritually awaken, not only for your own soul's advancement, expansion, and spiritual growth, but you're also volunteers, star seeds, light workers, advanced beings who have a mission to assist Gaia on her ascension and to shift the collective consciousness back into balance by anchoring the rainbow DNA light codes and the plasmic light rays into the higher vibrations of unconditional love, okay? This is a portal, an opportunity to reunite the higher realms of spirit and bringing back the blessings of peace, light, God, source, and spirit into the physical realm, physical life, 3D reality. So this 1212 portal is a reminder. It carries ascension codes and is reminding you of your triggers, okay? Have you worked through your triggers? If people are still able to trigger you, then there is more work to be done. And this is like a perfect energetic support system for you to align with your highest and best life and to fix and heal those triggers, to heal your inner child, to find where that wound came from and why it triggers you and how to heal and release it. And I'm telling you, if you're on this ascension journey, your spirit guides have already given you very clear messages through signs and symbols or through music, lyrics, bumper stickers. I know that you've been activated for a reason. And so you already have the niggle, the intuition to go deeper into what spirit is showing you. Okay. So if you still have triggers, you need to work on those, try to heal and mutate them, transmutate them. Refocus on what is most important to you now on your ascension path. All right, so we want to take a look at where are you? Where are you heading? What are your soul's new gifts? What is your mission? What has Spirit shown you, or given you the niggle that needs healed, transformed, transmuted? What changes deep down inside do you know or have been shown that you need to make, but haven't, maybe because you think it's too hard or too painful, or you believe you're not strong enough, pretty enough, tall enough, short enough, all of those not enoughs. Mostly brave enough, okay? If you have a lot of burdens and a lot of obstacles, You've got to stop telling yourself that you cannot overcome them, because right now with this 12-12-12-12-12 portal, you are divinely supported on your endeavors to overcome any obstacles in your way. Okay, so where are you still struggling with not being enough? Have you been struggling to heal issues such as abandonment, commitment issues, addictions, feelings of lack or unworthiness, mommy issues, daddy issues, or peer rejections, bullying? This is 12-12. Moon portal is a huge opportunity to go within and finally purge. Yeah, you know how to purge, I'm sure of it. All of these energetic blocks that hold you back from your highest and best life and your mission to create heaven on earth spoken about in the Bible. Perhaps it's time for one last huge purge in order to shift your energy to align with your higher purpose. Why are you here? Why have you been awakened and activated? Why have you had prophetic awareness, an inner knowing of deep soul realignments, all the crying and healing and purging? Do you honestly believe that it's by accident, without purpose? This is God's great plan, one last nudge, push to realign with the true essence of not only your own healing and expansion, but your role as a way shower, seed planter, light bearer, to be on mission. You are vital. You are imperative. You are the bearer of truth. Each of your missions are different. Some are planters, planet healers, animals and environmental healers. Some are seers, oracles, teachers. Some are whistleblowers, caregivers, healers. Some of you are light code bearers, raising and holding the new higher frequencies, anchoring them deep into the planet for others to tap into, and in order to recalibrate themselves to the higher frequency. Each and every one of you who have awakened and heard the call, right? The trumpet, that judgment card, Gabriel blowing the horn. If you've heard and awakened to the wake-up call, you are a spiritual initiate, the caterpillar, the phoenix, the Christed. Most of us have lived not one, but many lifetimes of excruciatingly painful lives and circumstances, lifetimes of persecution, victimization, hardship, childhood traumas, of abuse, rejection, abandonment, poverty, disease, neglect. We agreed to take all of these upon ourselves because we knew that this day, this time, this exact planetary alignments were destined and planned to release humanity and Gaia herself from the imprisonment of the lower vibrational rule we have been under. So I remind you, 2020 is going to be a very profound and pivotal time for our planet and its inhabitants. The time is now, the time is now, the time is now. That was my wake-up call, 11:11. And I kept hearing the time is now, the time is now, the time is now. It's when Spirit awakened me to the twin flame journey, which isn't everybody's journey, just so you know, okay? It's not more important or less important than anybody else's. Everybody is exactly what they need to be for this shift, okay? Everybody is equally important. So I ask you, trust the niggle. What has Spirit been showing you that is broken or misaligned within you? Where have you been resisting, closing off, or pushing away in order to heal yourself, your inner child? We all have free will. We can abandon ship if we wish. But before giving up and throwing in the towel, I want to remind you that you have been training for this for lifetimes. All of your angels, ancestors, ascended masters, spirit and animal guides, fairies and elementals, and your galactic families, your origins among the stars, have so much faith in you and are supporting you in every moment, in every way possible, because they have faith in you and your mission. And they want you to have courage and faith in yourselves. Together, we can change the entire planet, one person, one mind at a time. And like the 100th monkey, change shifts the collective consciousness back to the frequency of love, peace, enlightenment. This is our mission. So let's do a reading now on where you are on your journey, what still needs healed, what is your mission, and advice from Spirit on how to get in alignment with why you're here. Now, I promised you guys we were going to use the 5 new decks that I purchased. Well, some were given to me. Thank you. You know who you are. I used all 5, and Spirit told me to use the last deck is the Keeper of the Lights Oracle cards. Those are the Ascended Masters and Spirit guides that are helping you on this journey that you can, conjure or talk to or ask help from. Okay, so we're going to start with the sign of air. And guys, this is going to be a longer video. So hopefully you'll watch it all the way to the end. And if you are, I'm going to put timestamps. Matter of fact, I got a pen here to do this. So we are at, where are we? 2125 for pile number 1. Okay, this is the air signs in honor of the Gemini moon. Okay, so the new decks, by the way, this is the Guardian Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. These are tarot, but they are talking about the softer side of tarot. Okay, I wanted to keep this reading very uplifting. We're not going to look at, shame or what you're not doing right or why you aren't where you're supposed to be. We're going to concentrate on the positives. Okay, so we are first looking at the air signs. All right, I got a little cheat sheet here because their cards are not labeled like a normal tarot deck. So we have the 4 of Abundance. It says, first of all, let me show you the picture. 4 of Abundance would be, I believe, the 4 of Pentacles. It says, it's time to reflect upon your relationship with money. Are you spending it too freely? Are you holding on to it too tightly? This can also relate to how you give of yourself to others. Is your heart open, or are you holding back? Your hard work and wise investments will bring great success. Okay, so what I'm hearing with that is Spirit wants you to be open to receive. I feel like a lot of you air signs have been closed off, kind of reserving your energy, I'm hearing reserving judgment. Okay, you guys are etheric. You are the air signs, right? You are thinkers. You are masterminds. So sometimes you get caught up in the details. All right. And so Spirit's telling you that during this time, you need to be open and willing to receive your abundance, your clarity, your gifts, everything that you have been overthinking, overanalyzing. You need to be open to receiving what it is they're trying to bring forth for you at this time. Okay. And it could be abundance in order to help you get on your life path too. Okay, the next card we have, I'll let you see it. This is the Healer of Thought. So the healers are the queens of the deck. It says it's time to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. You or another person involved in this situation is wise, insightful, and caring, has a wonderful sense of humor, and offers a lot of life experience. So what I'm hearing from your spirit guides at the moment is that there are sacrifices you need to make. There are people and situations that you have been in that you need to release yourself from. And it is the Queen of Swords, right? So you are in your own element, both here. I mean, the Four of Pentacles is not your element unless it's somewhere in your chart. But the message I was receiving from that is that you are stuck in the thinking process and not opening up to the receiving of the blessings and the abundance and the knowledge. Okay. So as the healer of thought, the Queen of Swords, you have to have healthy boundaries. All right. Take your good judgment, which you have earned through hardships and trials and tribulations. Take those and apply them in this ascension journey. Okay. Who needs to go? Who needs to stay? What needs to go? What should stay? You know, it's the making space for the receiving. Okay, up next we have Five of Emotion. That's cups, guys. Five of Cups. See, you got loss, regret. It says forgiveness is an important part of your healing. So if there are people or situations that have defined you, maybe they happened in your youth, maybe you experienced trauma during your childhood. It could be as simple as somebody squashing your dreams and telling you that you'd never make it, that you'd never be good enough. And it could be as extreme as sexual abuse or molestation, or, I mean, there's some really extreme situations that a lot of people go through in their childhood. So this is Spirit telling you that you need to forgive those people, forgive yourself. Forgiveness isn't for them. They might be a rotten piece of shit and they may not deserve your forgiveness, but they do. But what you need to focus on is forgiving for you. Dead button. No more triggers from that childhood or past relationships, right? Maybe broken marriages, lost love, rejection, whatever is your trigger. You need to forgive them and you need to forgive yourself. And there are ceremonies you can do to do that. Just Google them or YouTube them, okay? So forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past so that everyone can clear the karma and move forward. Grieving is a normal part of your life. Ask your angels or those you love to help you move through the process quickly so that you can get back on the path of joy. Okay, that's pretty clear cut, guys. I don't think I need to go real deep into that. Okay, so that deck I didn't want to use the book for, but this next deck, this is the Work Your Light Oracle cards. Okay, and I will be reading out of the book because I'm looking at what is Spirit trying to tell you your life mission is. What are you here for? What are you meant to heal from or to take control of or to hold space for or to work your light, right? It is called the Work Your Light. So we're going to take a look at what the book says about the card too. So look at this, air signs. You've got, and I want to hold it so you can see it. You've got starseed. What lights you up? Wow. I like it. So number 50. I told you this is going to be a longer reading. I hope you guys really want to know what it is you need to know. So what lights you up? Starseeds are souls with a double mission to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. Many starseeds arrive with a feeling that time is running out. The time is now. The time is now. And that there is something that they came here to do or create or contribute to. If you pulled this card, it is to confirm that you are a starseed. You are being encouraged to answer the call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most starseeds find it hard to have meaningless conversations, meaningless jobs, and meaningless relationships. They innately know that there is much more to life and feel that there is something more and the call to get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. Starseeds are scattered all over the planet in hospitals, schools, slums, mansions, on stages, in edit suites. I'm not sure what that is. In parks and nightclubs, in taxis and theme parks. Many starseeds spend parts of their life trying to fit in or in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, it's time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to share and treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. So, what lights you up? Pretty cool, guys. Rewind it and listen to it again. I'm not going to read it twice. It was pretty clear cut. Oh, and look, next you have the priestess. Look at how beautiful these cards are. Look at that chakra right there, the great I am. Right? Or is that, well, it's the, I can't think at the moment. Anyhow, it's the orange one. How's that? Okay, it is the, you guys tell me, because I've been channeling all day. My brain is fried. All right, so we have the priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? You guys are the air signs. You are the leaders. That King of Swords represents, you know, authoritative figures, people of statute. That's you. Okay, so we are looking at the priestess, number 46. How are you being called to step up and lead? The priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward into. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up, embrace your struggles through the peaks and the troughs. You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one than you're treading. Your tribe is waiting for you, so step forward so they can find you. So how are you being called to step up and lead? And how can you be the leader you wish you had had? Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go on. There goes my papers. The next cards are the Earth Magic cards. Okay. Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. Okay, the first one is Eagle, communication. Look at that as your element, guys. Communication. So you're being called to communicate. Or I don't make mistakes. Spirit channels through me. So I said communication, but what it really says is communion. And you just had the card about finding your tribe, right? Communing with like-minded people. So take that as a double message. So let's take a look at the Eagle. Communion. Here, oh, and it's in the upright, okay? Here, the man and the eagle make contact through their eyes and spirits. The man has performed a ceremonial calling to Eagle Brother, who now comes to him as a familiar friend. It's an intimate relationship between human being and feathered being, one of both spirit and flesh. Yet it's ultimately this deep spiritual kinship that connects them, formed from their recognition of the sacredness of this bond. Eagle spirit is often associated with the highest and noblest, encouraging us to let our spirits soar. Through this communion, we know that we can touch the sky. We know that we can be more than just two-legged creatures clinging to the ground. We're intimately related to all of life on the planet, and it's through communing with any expression of life that we realize how vitally connected we are. All right. It says, whenever you experience a heartfelt communion with some physical expression of life, such as plants, animals, humans, or anything else, it's only then that you can truly feel how your life force is similar to the life force that's all around you. It is only a matter of the differences in form and essence and articulated an essence that is articulated into the physical world in multitude of ways that is the same in everything and everyone, although it manifests in various shapes and characteristics. This essence is spirit emanating from the core of all things. Communion with nature is essential for you now. Take time to do an open-minded meditation with any nearby animal or plant. Relax your body as much as possible, breathe consciously, and keep your attention on the life form you're communing with. After a few moments, you will notice a sense of the boundaries dissolving, a melding of the I and thou. You may even receive messages or impressions as you find yourself in the flow of the unspoken communication. This is going to take a long time, guys. Dragonfly. Number 50. This is called emergence. Emergence. In the stages of the life cycle of a dragonfly, once the egg is laid upon a floating plant or dropped into the water, it gestates, hatches, and may remain for up to 4 years in this larval form called a nymph. This is a precursor to the dragonfly. Dragonflies skip the cocoon stage, moving from egg directly to nymph. At some point, the nymph climbs onto a rock or leaf and there emerges from its former body and takes on the shape and character of the adult dragonfly. This radiant being then proceeds to illuminate our eyes and hearts as we witness its dramatic colors and magical dance along the surface of the water. In this card, we see a nature goddess like the dragonfly emerging from the water. Her hair is braided with vines dotted with flowers. She's surrounded by dragonflies and is one with the vibrant plant life thriving in the pond. The goddess emerges from her gestation in the water, transformed with a renewed sense of power and purpose. You are on an intense process of emergence into the next cycle of your life. Unlike more gradual shifts in awareness, you have experienced this one is happening quite rapidly and came on quite unexpectedly. Amen to that. Without any pauses for contemplation or indecision. You may even think you are unprepared for such dramatic changes in your life, yet you are prepared and can put to use the experiences and wisdom you have accumulated up to now. Life is demanding that you move into the next stage of maturity. This requires you to adjust your thinking about yourself, others, and your community. It calls for you to shed yet another layer of your ego-filled defenses and let go of any of illusions of being less than who you are. This period of emergence is one of broadened consciousness, heightened perceptual capacities, and since it is inevitable, it is best to surrender to the flow and allow yourself to gracefully move into the next cycle of your life. Whew. Next up is tree, grounding, okay? I don't think I need to read that one. We want to keep this a little bit shorter so that everybody doesn't click off, okay? We all know what grounding is. Grounding is, you have to be secure in your body, okay? You are a spirit having a human experience, and you took on an avatar, and for too many years, we've been destroying or avoiding or ignoring or mistreating this beautiful vessel that Spirit gave us in order to have these experiences, have this moment in time, right? So the best way for you to be a soul in flesh is to ground yourself to Mother Earth, to walk in nature, to plant your feet, to imagine roots growing, to be the tree, right? Because your vessel is your tree. It needs to be grounded to the earth, or there's no point in you being here. You might as well have stayed in spirit. So grounding is very important for you, earth or air signs right now. Okay, so the next one that we're doing is the Quantum Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. And these ones can come out in the upright or the reverse. So I'm going to read them as they come out. We have playing it safe, number 98. So this is advice on what you need to work on or what you have worked on. So this is an intention card. Take a look at that picture. Playing it safe. This lady is sitting at her table daydreaming of the things she wants to do or accomplish, but she's not making any movement, right? She's playing it safe. Looking back here are fireworks going off, and she's missing all the fun because she's sitting and daydreaming, not experiencing. Okay, and you already had the grounding. So, this is not being grounded. This is being up in your headspace because you are an air element and not grounding into the physical and enjoying the experiences that you are here to enjoy. So we have this in the upright. It says fenced. Oh, yeah, fenced in. Fenced in. She's fenced in. A woman sits at a table in a fenced-in yard. In the distance, fireworks light the sky. The woman seems comfortable, lounging in her lovely garden, but ignoring the world outside the fence. Her situation may be adequate, but really she's missing out on all the joy and excitement beyond her own known environment. This reflects a present mindset or situation for you. There's a circumstance, a relationship, or even a place that you are choosing to stay in because of familiarity, inhibition, or self-doubt. You're making the assumptions that something familiar is predictable and therefore safe for you, but that's not necessarily the case. In fact, you may actually be limiting yourself and also limiting the joy you could be experiencing in your life. Only when your choice to stay is based on a sense of genuine joy and a feeling of self-honor does this decision resonate with your heart. It's time to look at all your options and know that you are resourceful enough to break through the fence of your own making. The abundantly beautiful world is yours for the taking and the experiencing. Join the celebration. Beautiful. Okay, next we have courage. Courage. This is an energy card. Number 59. Taking a risk. Look at that. They're just like really falling into place for you. A man in armor holds a sword at his side, ready to enter a dark forest. Not in the chair anymore. This is a time of great personal strength for you. Whether you realize it or not, you're ready to take that risk and attempt a new adventure. If you've been sitting around thinking about taking a chance on something, now is the time to face it. Perhaps there's a challenge you'd like to meet or something you've been longing to express. It may be time to go public about an interest you've been pursuing. Even if you feel hesitant at first, this card is telling you that the time is right. You are moving into an energetic cycle where you feel your strength and more deeply than ever before. There is a core of power coming from your own eternal soul, and you can feel the boundless, not sitting in a fence. Courage that always lies ready within your heart center. Breathe deeply and take the next step. Know that you can trust this core of inner strength to guide you in this exciting time. Perfect. And look at that. This is the cycle. Okay, transformation. Yeah, like the dragonfly, right? Like the nymph. Let's take a look at transformation 193. This card shows a woman getting ready to cross a bridge and move into a new light-filled adventure. In a rolled-up scroll, she carries all the wisdom she needs to move forward. This fortuitous card reveals a time of greater inner and possibly outer transition. You are now at a place where you are capable of transforming your old life into something brand new. Unhealthy patterns of thought and behaviors are now ready to be shifted into a much higher resonance of peaceful, non-judgmental energy. For some people, this is no less than an opportunity to reinvent yourselves. As a result, this card is putting you on notice. that you are a powerful manifester. Your inner changes now will reap phenomenal results in the near and distant future when you apply yourself. So spend some time going inward, consciously choosing optimism, trust, and self-love. As you make these changes, you will see your outer life transform as well. Perhaps a new relationship or a bigger and better career move is on your horizon. Visualize these great outer results as you continue to work on your inner transition of consciousness and vibration. When you do, you will find this cycle moving on to one of greater expansion. Guys, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at spirit messages. What do your deceased loved ones, your guides, your spirit team, your galactic team, what do they want to tell you? Look at that. You got ground yourself again. Now, I don't need to read from the book on these ones because they have the meaning written right on them. So we have being distracted. Are you being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, impatient? If so, these are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. Twice now, guys. Twice, that's a heavy message for you. You need to ground yourself out of your brain because you're an air element into the physical. Okay. Next up, you have inspire passion. Okay, guys, this is part of your mission, part of your journey. So listen, pay attention. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains your soul. You can't sit in the chair in the fence while all the action's happening out there. You just can't. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. Okay? Inspired passion, guys. Light them up, up, up. It's part of my job. Kuan Yin. Oh, yes. So we are moving on now to the Keeper of Light Oracle deck. All right. Do I need to read these? I don't think I need to read these. Spirit's saying that the reading on it. Kuan Yin, care and compassion. You guys need to, because you are kind of known for closing yourself off to your emotions, right? It's not that you don't have them, it's that you don't express them. So Kuan Yin is working with you, and you can call upon her to help you in this area of your life for care and compassion, not just for yourself, but for the collective. So choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. Call on Kuan Yin. She will help you with this, okay? Next, you have Gaia. Of course you do. Don't be ridiculous. Earth connection, because you need to ground, right? So Gaia is here to help you with that. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. That's 3, guys. 3 cards that say you need to be grounded. So you're grounded. Off to the corner. No, I'm just kidding. So Mercury, open communication. See, I saw communion and thought communication, and that is your element. It's the air sign. So Mercury is all about communication, guys. This is like your element. So you should really call upon, ask for, receive guidance from Mercury. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Okay? No more holding your emotions in. You know, you need to be able to express yourself, and Mercury can help you with that. I love this one. And this is the second card you got for forgiveness. Master Jesus. Did I show you Mercury? I don't remember. Trying to keep this as short as possible. I knew it was going to be a long one. Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Holy crud. I'm telling you, I was channeling that message, and it talked about childhood wounding, you know, daddy issues, mommy issues. This is the perfect time for you to ask yourself, you know, what were my father's expectations? How did he speak to me? Did he lift me up? Did he tear me down? Did I walk in his footsteps, whether they were the right ones or the wrong ones? It's time to do a healing around the Father energies. So I love you guys. I hope this 12, 12, 12, 12, 12 portal is exactly what you need to get you on the path that you need to be on. And you have all kinds of masters and helpers around you. So I love you. We are going to move on now to the earth element, and it is 4955. Okay, earth, what is going on for you guys? All right, first card out is Five of Thought, Five of Swords. Now remember, we're taking them literal, okay? Like we're not doing the normal tarot. We're taking these cards the way that the creator of the deck was inspired to bring it. So Five of Thought, the path you were on seemed like the right one, but now you've run into a challenge, an obstacle. There's a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Avoid negative people who are draining or who bring on unwanted drama into your life. Now, I'm hearing for you earth signs that you're being surrounded right now with inner conflict as well as outer conflict because you are resisting, and what you resist persists. So Spirit has put you in the 5 energy of change and transformation, right? It's change. So I'm also hearing that some of you are dealing with argumentative people, dramatic people, and people who gossip. Okay, that's what I'm getting off of that card. Next up, we have Six of Abundance, Six of Pentacles. Heaven opens its loving arms and pours abundance onto you. An unexpected gift is on your way. Accept it with gratitude and humility, knowing that you'll have a chance to return the generosity by giving to others in the near future. Pay it forward. Consider volunteering for a charitable organization or anything that pays it forward, okay? So this is the Six of Pentacles. This is the equal give and take. It's balancing, right? So if a gift comes your way, gracefully and graciously say thank you. The other day, I went into the store and I loaded up my cart. They rang everything up, and I opened my purse up and realized that I left my wallet at home. I had the purse, but I didn't have the wallet. And there was like, I don't know, $38 worth of stuff. And a lady at the end of the line, because I was embarrassed. I was like, oh, I don't have money to pay for this. I'm sorry, you'll have to put it all back. A lady in line came forward and offered to pay for it for me. And it's not that I wasn't willing to receive, but the cashier had already deleted everything. So I politely denied, or I politely said, no, thank you. But on my drive home, I was thinking, I do that a lot. I need to be more receptive, more willing to allow people to help me. Do you know how many people I've paid for things for? How many people I've given things to? How many times I've loaned out money? How many times I've just picked them up and dusted them off, gave them a hug, whatever. And Spirit has been trying to show me. And I am an earth sign. I have Cancer, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Cancer, Rising, Virgo, Venus. So this does apply for me, I guess. So, you know, it's time for you to know that you are worthy of receiving. You can always pay it forward again later if you feel inclined. But right now, Spirit is trying to gift you with abundance. So don't be afraid to say thank you, all right, and accept. All right, up next is Seeing Clearly. This is the Hanged Man, by the way. Look at this dog in the handstand, okay? Seeing things clearly. It's time to view things from a different perspective. You have the blessed gift to see past the current situation and envision the future amazing possibilities. Don't worry, the pause in momentum while you rethink your plan won't last forever. Embrace your uniqueness and allow it to serve you. Okay, so it's time for you to take a deeper dive. You know, when you go into Hangman, it's diving deep, looking for enlightenment, asking for guidance, seeing the bigger picture, seeing all views of the situation. Okay, so Spirit is calling you to take a deeper look to gain that clarity and enlightenment on what it is you are trying to manifest and bring in this gateway. Last one, we have choose freedom. The devil. Ooh. In this one, it's a little girl sitting at, again, a gate, looking out over the horizon. She's trapped, right? She's stuck. So choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. You could free yourself from the obstacles that you're so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. Okay, the devil energy, I'm feeling for you guys, this is material securities. Okay, you are kind of feeling tied. You're feeling tied to a person, place, or situation, is what I'm hearing. Some of you guys might feel like you are in a soul contract or some kind of a contract, whether you're married, in a, you know, whether it's relationship, situation, job, whatever it is, you'll know because you feel tied to it. You feel like you can't break free from it. Okay. So Spirit is telling you that you can overcome these addictions or these lower vibrational entities or these people that you aligned yourself with in the past because your vibration was low. And now you're raising that vibration. So it's time to release those people, those lower vibrations, those addictions, anything that's holding you back. Trust the niggle. Okay. Spirit's been telling you, trust the niggle. All right. Next up, we have the Work Your Light Oracle cards. I'll show it to you guys in case you are hitting the timestamps. I hope all of you listen to the intro because it's very important. All right. So if you haven't, go back to the air signs at the very beginning. It's like a good 30 minutes, guys. It's imperative that you understand what was channeled as a message to go hand in hand with these messages. All right, so this is by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork's by Danielle Noel. And we have Answer the Call. This is very important, guys. This is Gabriel's trumpet. This is like the judgment energy. It's like do-do-do, do-do-do, 1111, 222, 333, 444. You know, signs, synchronicities. Wake up, wake up. The time is now. The time is now. What is your soul calling you to do? So let's take a look. Number 36. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary. It might not make sense. But if you trust the niggle, it doesn't say that. It says trust your soul's yearnings, the niggle. You will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answer your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. I'm hearing that song, put one foot in front of the other. Soon you'll be walking across the floor. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the call of your soul. And that's why most people can't do it or don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it's leading you. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete, perfect plan. No one, except for creation. There is no end destination. It's all about the journey. There's no right or wrong way to do it, and you cannot, or I'm sorry, you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Remember, what you resist persists. Okay, that's very beautiful, guys. All right, up next we have protection. Look at all of those angels that are just surrounding you, protecting you, guiding you. Call back your power. Cut the cord, soul retrieval. This is important, guys. Oh my God, I've been doing a lot of this. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. This is the triggers, okay? Calling back your power. Where were you disempowered? Who talked bad to you? Who told you you weren't worthy? Who didn't choose you? Who left you out in the cold? Call back your power from that energy, because that is not, you weren't meant to internalize it. It was a lesson you were meant to learn and incorporate, but not internalize and allow it to become a deep-rooted seed of fear and limitation. Channeling tonight. Okay, protection. Where is protection? Are you going to hide from me? There you are, 104. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. It's funny that that says that. I just posted something on Facebook about that. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events. So it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and your energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power. So it's important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Can you think of a traumatic event, relationship, or soul memory that you're being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see which chakra feels like it needs a bit of an energetic cleanup. Okay, so hold the card. It says this is a mantra you can do, or an activation. You can say, I call back any lost soul fragments, power or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away or had taken from me, I call back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all. And so it is, so it is, so it is. It's done, done, done. Wow, guys. Okay. Up next, we have dance with life. Do something to change your energy. This is all about raising your vibration. Okay, let's take a look at Dance with Life 62. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat, which governs all of life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency, and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. In doing so, your body will begin to learn how to be moved by your intuition, which is connected with the systemic beat. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift your energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift, bring things up, and to find a way to dance along with the beat of life. That's self-explanatory, guys. Raise your vibration. When you're worrying, when you're stagnant, when you're stuck in your thoughts, move, ground yourself, okay? This has been a long reading. All right. Oh, up next is tsunami. Wake up call. That's 2 you've had now for the wake up call. Wake up call. Tsunami. Some of these I'm not going to read because they're self-explanatory, but I'm going to take a look at the wake up call. One of the scariest and most destructive of all natural phenomenon, along with volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, and tornadoes, a tsunami occurs when a large volume of water is suddenly and rapidly displaced. Remember, water is emotions, okay? It is triggered by an undersea disturbance. Yeah, something deep down inside of you, an emotion that hasn't come up to the surface. Typically, an earthquake or volcanic eruption that causes a series of powerful waves to travel across the ocean at speeds up to 500 miles per hour. Yet on the open ocean, the height of these waves seems so small that they generally pass unnoticed. As these waves, collectively called a tsunami, get closer to the shoreline, their height increases enormously. Even as their speed slows to 50 miles per hour, the distance between the waves or the trough can be considerable, taking 20 to 30 minutes from wave to wave. If the trough hits the land first, the water recedes rapidly and dramatically, followed within minutes by an enormous wave that initially comes as a surge. This is receding as a clear sign of an independent tsunami. We can't outrun the waves that follows, but we can avoid being swept up in the destruction by moving to higher ground. Before I read any further, what I'm hearing is purge. Purge. Because if you are on this journey, you know what a purge is, and you know that you can't control it. When it comes on, it comes on. You better hope you're someplace sacred, right? So you are getting a wake-up call. It may be in the form of a significant loss or other dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for initially. You may feel stunned at first, surprised by the unexpected events that are occurring, yet you also know that it is time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subtext of this event. You are experiencing a real-life drama, so there is no need to amplify it more than it already is. Often, when you look back after something like this has passed, you can recall signs that foreshadowed its happening. There may have been obvious clues that you ignored or omens that were so subtle that you were easy to dismiss as imaginings of the mind rather than the voice of your instinct. There are many anecdotes about animals operating purely on instinct, picking up on clues and naturally seeking higher ground before an approaching tsunami reaches the land. To negotiate this wake-up call, listen closely to your instincts, while at the same time seeking higher ground of spiritual truth. Raise your awareness, okay? Oh, look at that. You have tsunami, and then you have the lake. Stillness. Okay. So I'm not even going to read that because that I feel energetically, this is the calm after the storm. I mean, pure and simple. This is when you get to the other side. This is when the dark night of the soul has done its transformative process. And now you are in the aftermath, right? Where you've integrated and grounded that calling, right? What is your calling? What is your soul calling you to release, heal, and energetically remove? All right, what's next? Nurturing. Gaia nurturing, guys. Gaia nurturing. You are the earth signs, right? So part of your calling is to nurture the planet. Not everybody's an environmentalist. Not everybody's a vegan. Not everybody walks softly or treads softly on the earth. But if you're an earth sign, you usually are more gentle than other signs. However, Spirit's telling me some of you guys are here to anchor light codes. You're here to bring the new energetic frequencies and anchor them into Gaia. That is how you nurture her. Some of you are deep in the elements. You're crystal workers, light workers. Everybody has a different calling, but it's all for the sake of Gaia. That's why we're here, guys. We're here to help Gaia through the ascension process without destructing or deconstructing everything that is built thus far, okay? Which is what happened in the past. All right, next we have planning and action. It is an energy card, okay? Planning and action. 62. And it was in the upright. I got to look at these. Yep, that was in the upright. A watch, compass, and pencil lie on a street map that shows a castle in the distance. It's clear that someone is planning a trip or even being prepared to run a race. Although your challenge now might not be a literal race, this card is telling you to get ready for some major planning and action in your life. It may even indicate a trip or a move. This is a time of accelerated motion for you. To take advantage of this energy, make your goals a priority. Now, what are you trying to create for yourself in 2020? Are you in alignment with what it is you're trying to create, right? If you need to strategize, make specific plans, be sure to get going on those preparations soon. Yeah, 12-12, 12-12-12. Okay. Then follow up those plans with a focused, regular action in the direction of your desire. When you're engaged in this type of devotion, the universe takes you seriously and responds through manifestation. Gather your thoughts, make your plans, jump into action, and believe in yourself, and allow that energy of belief to move you forward to the finish line. This is all about getting in energetic alignment with your manifestations, okay? Next, we have deception. It's an events card. It's the number 7, which is like the energy of the 7 of Swords, but it's in a reverse. I'm going to show it to you in the upright so you can look at the picture, pause the video if you need to, but it's in the reverse. So we're going to take a look at the meaning in the reverse. 149. Reversed. Deception reversed brings an encouraging message of resolution, one that is now in your favor. Whatever may have been going on, the hostile energies around you are now on the down wave, on the wane. The people involved are changing their attitudes and behaviors or leaving the picture entirely. No matter how you feel about this difficult experience, you will have the upper hand in its resolution. You may even have a sense of vindication as things play out. Maintain your sense of self-trust through this and any difficult experience. Life may have its ups and downs, and people can be disappointing, but always remember you are the power center of your eternal destiny. Okay, so where have a person, a place, a thing, a relationship, a job, a situation, where has it disempowered you through deception or cloudiness or lies, you know? And it could be you lying to yourself. It doesn't have to be another person. Where do you now see light and clarity where before you had illusion and darkness or cloudiness, right? This is now leaving you. That's what Spirit's telling you. It's on its way out the door. Bye-bye. People, places, things, situation that no longer serve you, let them go. They weren't yours to keep forever. Okay, next we have... This is like such a deep reading. We have family, 110. Okay, upright. This card shows a baby in a bassinet and children playing and having fun. The joy of childhood presence will be increased in your life, perhaps in the form of spending more time with the children or family and friends, or a brand new addition might soon be welcomed into your family. This card could also predict a new partner who brings a child with them so that 2 new relationships enter your life at once. Feelings of spontaneity and playfulness are also blossoming in your heart. Childhood, okay? Listen to the voice of your child within. Let yourself be open to all the ways you can have fun in your life, such as simple moments of enjoyment, fond memories that make you laugh, or spending time with the people that make you happy. Be playful and let your own inner child come out. It's one of the best things you can do to connect with universal joy. I'm also hearing that you need to heal the inner child, the wounded inner child, okay? Everybody has one, guys. It's no judgment here. Everybody has one, and they're all different. A lot of them are very similar. You know, abandonment, criticisms, unworthiness, anything that wounded you as a child that you are meant to overcome right now, that's the message, okay? And it talked about memories. It says, let yourself, let me see. I can't find it at the moment, but it just said something about fond memories of the past. Now you have memories, okay? I don't have to read these ones. Memories. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. I'm also hearing that there are memories from the past in all areas of your life, but certain ones that stick out like a sore thumb that you need to reconsider, you know, how you view that memory and how did it serve you. You know, not everything's good memories, but the bad memories have a purpose. The situations had a purpose. So how can you find gratitude and attitude on healing and forgiving people who brought you these bad memories, and how can you honor and receive messages from those who have passed on that brought you good memories? Okay, so take a look at the bad ones and the good ones and know that spirit is there to help you to clear away the bad ones and to find the golden nugget. Is that what it said? Diamonds in your treasure chest, right? So everything, nothing is good or bad. Everything is a lesson. So what was the lesson? Ask yourself, what was the lesson in that memory? What was I meant to learn? Okay. And then find a place of gratitude, no matter how horrific that memory is. Just saying. Okay. Intuitive nudges. Yeah. Trust the niggle. I've been talking about that. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. So you need to trust the niggle, trust the nudges. What has spirit been showing you? What are the signs and synchronicities? You already know what they are. They've been hammering you with them for a while now. So what is it you need to change? Is it your diet? Is your how you care for your body? Is it how you nurture your friendships, your relationships? Are there things you need to purge and let go of? What is the message that Spirit's been bringing you? Now we're looking at Oracle of the Light. I had to think. I couldn't think of the name of it. Oracle of the Light. All right. These are ascended masters and spirit guides that you can call upon and that are now working with you in order to help you on this ascension path. So you have inner strength. Okay. So you earth signs are working on a lot of inner stuff right now. I feel like you are unburdening your soul. You know, soul is light as a feather, heart with wings. So Bridget is the goddess of inner strength. So you can call upon her to move back to wholeness and recognize that you have your power. Remember, the oracle card said to call back your power. Then we have Sanat Kumara, light activation. A lot of you are light workers. Not everybody. Take what resonates, right? So Sanat Kumara, if I'm pronouncing that right, Says, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Trust the niggle, remember? And call upon this person, this ascended master, to help you. They're light beings, galactic family, right? I'm hearing Galactic Federation of Light. So you want, I don't know if that's true or not. You guys can look it up. But you have your star seeds, a lot of you, and you have galactic family that are here to support you through this emergence, okay? So next you have Saint Germain. He is the bearer, I believe, if I remember correctly, he is the violet flame, or he holds the violet flame. So Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. This is the karmic wheel. I feel like you earth signs have been really, really working hard on past life karmas, perhaps karmas with your entire family and your lineage, you know, ancestral, especially if you're twin flames. All right, last but not least, we had Lord Shiva, transcendence. Wow, you guys. Rise up. Honor your inner force. I just heard a song in my head. Spirit saying, Lauren Daigle, rise up. Take a look at that, okay? Honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. You got 2 dance cards, guys. So, you know, you are meant to be in movement. I feel like the snake, like the Kundalini energy, shedding the snake skin, reinventing yourself. Okay, wow, that was really, really profound, guys. I'm just saying. So now we are going to move on to fire. It's 12049. 12049. Fire. All right, just so you know, if the video cuts off at any point, because I don't know how long we can go without it running out of space, but if it cuts off, I will put up a part 2. I'm going to try to move a little quicker here and still get my point across, okay? Up, we have 6 of emotion, okay? Fire signs, this is soulmate energy, 6 of cups. Reminiscing about the past and feeling at home with somebody from your past, maybe past lives. So memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it truly was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly at this time. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child, or you could be reconnecting with a soul family member or soulmate from previous lives. That's self-explanatory, guys. Up next, you have intuition and insight. And this is the moon card in this deck. Intuition and insight. Your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now. So you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction. Follow your own insights over the advice of others and don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. It may be best to keep all of your secrets to yourself for now. This is, you know, what I'm seeing, what Spirit's showing me is when we are the hermit, our path is lit and guided by hope and faith, the star, okay? When you are operating in moon energies, the moon is obscure, okay? It's like a person who has lost partial sight, not all of their sight, but all they see is like the shadows and the illusions. It's where you could be walking down a path at nighttime and see a bush and think it's a monster, right? Because you're not close enough. There's not enough light to see by. So you need to trust your intuition, you know, because 9 times out of 10, you know, it's not a monster, right? It's a bush. But you have to be in control of that intuition so that you are not falling into fear. So you can navigate that sidewalk, that trail with the lower dim lights, okay? To get out of illusion, to trust your inner knowing. Next here we have Ace of Thought, Ace of Swords. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea or endeavor, which is truly spiritually inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So I believe what Spirit's trying to tell you here is that you're going to have an epiphany or many epiphanies that are going to guide you, lead you through intuitive means to where you need to be on your spiritual journey. And it's like right up through the crown chakra. You know, that Ace of Swords goes right up through the crown chakra. So this is envisioning and clarity and inspired thought processes. It's creative endeavors. I know that fire is creation, but it has to start with a thought, right? The fire element is when you implement it. This is creating it. This is the first thought. Okay. Next, you have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Oh my. This is where I like to read from this book because they are so good. 56. I'll look at that, and I opened up the page before it. Have you answered your deepest calling, fire signs? You're here for a reason. You're being called to bravely pave a path. There's that pathway again. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. Moon energy. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. Think about that. Where there is a fear, if you can push beyond the fear, that's where your greatest gift lies. And these fears are gatekeepers. They try to keep you out. You can overcome that. And then that's where you find it. That's where it's where it's at. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have toward answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we're facing in the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. So if you're feeling afraid, what is needed is courage. And courage comes from living from your heart space. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it actually is a sign that you are on the right track. That is the warrior spirit, is how you overcome your fears and find that golden nugget of truth, guys. It's where the greatest gifts lie. Okay, so another thing I'm getting with this card, take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. I'm not even going to read that one. That is self-explanatory. Some of you guys have been, because you're fire signs, right? It's like, I got to do it, got to do it, got to do it, got to do it. It's like that over-ambitious energy. I feel like you guys have done a lot of work, and it's just time to maybe nourish yourself, nurture yourself, take a breather, allow yourself to integrate and ground and root in the lessons you've already learned. Remember that this is a life's work, not just a season. You know, for some of you, you might need some downtime because this is intense energy. All right, next we have the shaman, ancient healing wisdom. Let's take a look at that. Now, some of these I'm going to read, some of them I'm not. Oh, and I'm looking at the wrong deck. Shaman. 125. Okay. My energy's flowing really high, guys. Oh my God, and I'm late. Your resistance is hampering your, ancient healing wisdom. The deep, compassionate eyes of this Native American shaman portray the wisdom of one who has seen and who knows. He has witnessed visions, spirits, suffering, and joy, and knows that everything that exists has spiritual intentionality behind it. Remember what I said? Everything is a lesson. Nothing's good or bad. Shamans are able to travel beyond the veil of ordinary reality. The shaman's primary assignment is to discern and maintain the balance between what his human community takes from the natural world and what it gives back. When this relationship is out of balance, the shaman must do whatever is necessary to restore it. Balance equals healing. The shaman lives his life in ceremony and treats everything with reverence, including the great mystery of death and the even greater mystery of life. He works with his spirit helpers, including his ancestral spirits, to help him in his service to his people and to Earth Mother, providing a liaison between the spiritual and physical worlds. Charged with relieving suffering as one of his main priorities, the shaman does so by first always tending to the spiritual wounds of self, the source of all illness. These healing powers have been passed along over the millennia from the ancient ones who knew the healing and curative powers of spirit. Okay? So all illnesses, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, stem from an illness of spirit. It may be due to soul loss, psychic intrusions, ancestral karma, or any other spiritual causes that could be contributing to the manifest condition for which you seek help. Whatever other methodologies or remedies you pursue, whether allopathic, alternative, or a combination, let the healing of your spirit be your priority. Know that the deepest spiritual wound is the illusion of being separate from Source, God, Great Spirit, or whatever name you give the Creator. It is the trick of the mind that creates this sense of separation. This is a time for deep healing, starting with your relationship with Spirit. Call upon your spirit guides and ancestors to help you with any emotional, mental, or physical healing that you need. Call upon the Creator to assist you in mending any rift in your relationship with Spirit. Choose thoughts that support wholeness and well-being. Allow any darker thoughts or shadows to appear as well, but simply observe them as they arise in your consciousness and then allow them to dissolve. See yourself as healed, whole, and complete, and it shall be. It's done, done, done. Done, done, done. Also, I'm hearing you are the oracle. For those of you that feel the energy of this card, you are shamans. You are ancient healers, okay? Yeah, ancestors, generations. I'm going to have to cut this video off and do my water signs in a separate video. So we are on ancestors, 17. Ancestors are those from whom we are descended, with a lineage that starts with our parents and grandparents and stretches back hundreds and even thousands of years. We carry our ancestors' bloodline and are connected to them both genetically and spiritually in an underlying continuity of which we were only barely aware of. Although environment and circumstances contribute to shaping us, particularly when we're young, an innate thread of kinship exists that has run the course of history for thousands of years and is contained in our bodies and in our being. Since we're biologically and soulfully connected to these spirit beings, we can readily call upon them for guidance and assistance in matters concerning our family, community, and ourselves. In this card's image, the hands symbolize the constant connection with the past. The Australian Aborigines consider their ancestors the core of their spirituality and culture, and the rainbow serpent, wow, the spirit being that created all of life on earth, intertwines herself through the hands, fingers, representing how the Aborigines honor all of creation. No matter our lineage, we have much to learn from our ancestors. You have within you the blood of your ancestors. You are deeply connected to your lineage. The most immediate proof of that being the physical resemblance you have to your mother and father and perhaps your grandparents. Yet beyond that, although unknown to your usual senses, you are connected to an ancestry that reaches back through the millennia. This is the time to call upon those ancestors, those who are of your bloodline, as well as those ancient ones who have walked the land that you now walk. In many indigenous cultures, it is believed that the essence of your ancestors inhabits many of the physical aspects of your lands. In other words, they are in the trees, the water, the air, the animals, the stones, their blood being in the very dirt and sand that you tread upon. Next time you are outside, allow your senses to open those ancestors who abide in the physical world. And any time at all, allow your heart to open to those spirits to whom you are related through your heredity, and those to whom you are connected by virtue of the land upon which you live. Damn, that was long. So what I'm trying to pick up on this card here is this is Spirit's way of telling you that you are part of the healers that are here to help heal generations of karma, good and bad. Okay. So you are important, guys. You are part of the healers that are here working with your ancestors to break the chain of addiction, abuse, alcoholism, or self-doubt, or lack mentality, or poorness, or whatever. Okay, new moon promise. You guys got a lot of moon energy, but this is a promise, okay? The new moon promise. I've got to go get my kid. So I'm going to end it after these cards, 110. And then I will do water signs when I get back. Okay, new moon is a promise. Gazing at the silver of the moon, the sliver of the new moon, I'm sorry. Gazing at the sliver of the new moon, smiling down upon them, the couple embraces each other, welcoming the promise of their love. The fading sun drapes the clouds and waters with its tinge of luminescence as the crescent opens its arms to the nearby planet Venus, named after the Roman goddess of love. This is a time for manifestations, beginnings, and renewals, with the promise that our desires will come to fruition. Manifesting. Here, Grandmother Moon initiates another lunar cycle, moving from darkness to fullness and back again over approximately 1 month. Her promise of what is to come is embedded in the first glimmer of her light as she emerges from behind the curtain of darkness that had recently encompassed her. It is a promise that has been kept for as long as she has existed. This is the time to launch a project, a new relationship, or renew something that has been put aside for a later date. With your intention and willingness to allow a full cycle of complete itself, that which you desire will then become manifest. The seed of that idea is ready to emerge from the darkness of your subconscious into your full awareness. The next step is to put into action what is required to fully realize this idea. A promise has 2 meanings. It can be a commitment and a guarantee to yourself or someone else that a particular thing will happen, or it can imply that something specific is expected to happen. When your will is aligned with the will of Spirit and your intention is focused upon what you wish to have happen, there will be fulfillment and the promises kept. I'm hearing that there's something you need to release and let go of in order to manifest in, through alignment with Spirit, your wishes can come true. The promise is there. Okay, next we have loss. This is an event and it's in the upright. $134. A man stands near a pier. I want to show it. A man stands near a pier holding a frayed rope in his hand. As he looks out to sea, he realizes his beautiful sailboat is drifting farther and farther away from him. This card signals a time of loss for you. While it may be something minor, it could mean that someone you care about is slowly drifting away. There may even be a complete severing of ties in a romantic, family, or work relationship. This card could also signify a personal or financial loss. A stock investment could go south, or some valuables could be stolen. However, this loss manifests in your life. It's important that you address the difficulty with calm, self-loving clarity. Let yourself grieve your losses. Vent your anger and sadness in your journal. And as you do, make sure you also release the negative energy surrounding it. Turn to the supportive people and enjoyable activities in your life at this time. Let yourself slowly take control and reestablish your power and peace of mind. Give it time and know that your soul has something even better coming your way. So I was hearing this with one of the other signs too. There's something you got to let go of, guys. You got to let it go, because in order to manifest, you got to make space for it. Okay. Next, we have happy success in reverse for you guys. I don't like where this reading's going, but you know, everything is done with intent. Everything. So there's nothing that you can't overcome, and there's nothing that you can't learn from. So I feel like you're going through sorry guys, I had a disruption. I feel like you're going through a tough phase in your life during this 12-12 portal, but you will come out the other side. Okay. Let me read this real quick. Reversed. The happy success card reversed can reveal a time of personal and perhaps professional frustration for you. That longed for outcome seems so far away, you think it may be impossible. You're overcome with feelings of angst or even anger. That's my son calling me. You're floating from one negative mentality to another. Focusing on lack, you will feel like a victim of the universe, wondering why things never seem to be going your way. But no matter what's been going on, you can and must shift into a successful consciousness now. Even without the abundant outcomes you desire, you can still choose to see the success within you and your life. The person you are, the little things that you've acquired, the friends, associations, and even places that bring you joy. All of these are true markers of your success. When you live in this positive perception of yourself, that success consciousness will draw great things to you. So you guys have been feeling sad is what I feel like. And you've been going through probably like a dark night of the soul thing. And Spirit wants you to focus on the positive and to do the inner work and the inner healing. Okay, now we have number 5, intention, back and forth. It's in reverse. $95. Okay, in reverse. This card reversed is a good omen for increased action in your life. You're finally ready to make that decision you've been resisting. Remember, if you resist, it persists. In fact, you may have already done so. You have the clarity and consciousness to figure out exactly what you want to do, and you have the power to do it. Trust the niggle. The hesitation of the past may linger a bit, but your courage is growing and you're getting ready to take control of your own destiny. Things bode well for your new decisions and focused actions. It may take some time to gain momentum, but you're on the right track. Focus on your goal and take the action needed. This is a time of great energy for you. Open up to the unlimited confidence and courage that your soul provides. It is safe and comfortable for me to make my own choices. I always choose affirmation. It is safe and comfortable for me to make my own choices. I always choose the path that honors me. All right, we're almost done, guys, and then I gotta go. We'll do water when I get back. So up next, we have a father's love. So if your father is passed over in spirit, you can take this as a message from him directly, or this could be an inner child wounding or healing that needs to happen around the father, daddy issues. Okay. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be trapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or past, father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. And, you know, if your father was a POS, then this is God, the Father, okay? Because you always have a supportive father, whether it was in the physical or in the spirit. So you might have some things that you need to work on with your inner child, with father energy. And if you don't, if that's a very solid place for you, then this is God's way of saying, trust in the divine father, the divine masculine energy, because creative source is always supporting you. All right. Caregiver, this could be your mission, guys. We are with you, and spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of your life, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you receive care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So if you are a caregiver or a nurturer, make sure you treat yourself with the same care and love that you do others, okay? Be willing to receive as much as give, because you're an earth angel. Okay, the people or the ascended masters that are working with you or that you can call upon and ask for help from, you have Isis, guys. That's the divine mother archetype, okay? Mother Mary. I mean, there's so many, but Isis is one of the mother archetypes. So magic and manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused, okay? So if you're trying to manifest your highest and best life, listen to and call upon Isis for help. Then you have holy amethyst. Look at this. Oh, the heart with wings. Divine alchemy. This is beautiful. This is like divine feminine. Divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. This is beautiful, guys. Look at that. Definite feminine energy, if that resonates with you. Then we have the Shekinah, sacred self. Unleash your spirit. Express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. How many times do you have to be told to dance? Oh, no, that was the last people. But dance. We're all being told to dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Get in the flow of spirit, okay? This is, Christ consciousness. This is peace. This is love. This is the dove, your sacred self. Okay, and last you have Paul the Venetian. Oh, look at the heart. Or the rose over the heart. This is healing, guys, healing the heart chakra. Experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you now because you're caregivers, right? Those who resonate with this portion of the video. So I love you guys, but I have got to go. I've got one more suit to do, and I will do that when I get back, and I will explain it all in the next video and the description box. I love you guys. It's only, what time is it? 7:59. It's 8 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 4 hours and 12 minutes. All right. I'll see you on the other side. Love and light.